Yo, what is up, fresh as you go? Pindy Black, your host with the most classic girl with international dreams. You know how we always do it, bigger, bit of fresh, and always on point. Welcome to another fantastic edition of the Fresh Pod, where we do not only just scratch the surface, but we dive deep into the lives, the sounds, and the business of your favorite A-listers. And I never do this alone. I never roll solo, because what is the Fresh Pod without my G over there? See what's up?
Hola, bafethu. This is your boy Tutu underscore and you know, Sletu Umnandi, and welcome to the Fresh Pod.
Thank
Thank you. Yeah, bafethu, we're bringing you nothing but the best, the latest news, and yeah, the new music. Abantu nje.
Definitely, and namhlanje A-lister yethu is a hit maker behind most of your favorite Amapiano bangers, from underground anthems to topping the charts. He moves the streets and the clubs with his unique sounds. Whether he's in studio cooking up something with Scorpion Kings or other industry heavyweights, or even rocking solo, he always brings in that undeniable Visca flavor. And today, he joins us in studio to get into the music, the business, the sound, and everything in between. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Visca. What's up, Mato?
I'm Nandi. Thank you for having me, guys. What's up?
Simnandi. We don't actually see you anywhere around my interviews. Outside
I'm cooking.
You are cooking. You are cooking. So before the bangers and the big stage, I'm sure a lot of people just are asking themselves out there, because there's been no maybe itorinyana ngawe out there besides the music. Besides the music. But see, who is Visca?
Visca fit to the producer from Brits Maboloka, signed to New Money Gang, pushing music, Tropile album, Bastrata,
Yes.
Produced a couple of songs with Tyler. There's good features I have. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So before the big stages, what was your first taste in music that made you actually yeah, no, you can just bring it closer. Showcase. So before the big stages, what was your first taste in music that actually made you feel like, you know what, I want to do this thing?
I was made for this.
I used to listen to house. I was a deep house lover, actually, from Fresh back in the days. Listening to DJ Cleo, and it's like, why not? I need to have my own music. Why am I playing music on my I also wanna, dive into having my own production and be in bigger stages like them. Not only share, but also be, or be closer to him,
Yeah. So were you always did you come up from a family that was involved in music, or you were just that one experimental child that just took their own course of life?
My mom was in choirs, so I think I get it from her.
Can you sing?
Where?
Next.
Nothing.
Not even nyana, it lips nyana.
Maybe I should be my man and throw in the auto tune, maybe it could work, but I don't think. I'm not a singer. It's not in me. I'm more into production, yeah.
You're more into production.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the terms of building a sound, how does a track start for you as a producer, Mohleli studio?
Inspiration first. So how it works with me, I would listen to old songs, get inspiration from that and try to create something that's not already there, trying to create something nobody has heard of. Mix your jazz, mix your soul. Listen to R&B, still chords there, how I sample songs, how we have all these remixes now.
Tina, we listen to music, they listen to the instruments inside the beat.
Yeah, we dive deep inside.
So are there any other external factors that influence how maybe your sound is shaped, especially considering from the first project that you put out in 2012, Travel Junkie, to now?
What?
So Katlehong.
I can't even answer anything about Travel Junkie, guys. I was still learning, guys.
You were still learning.
What type of sound was that? I can't even tell. I was trying something. At least I got my music out, So it's like, yo.
You even forgot about it.
Bro, I forgot.
This shows you, man, you are pushing your music.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, ne?
How far?
2012, actually. 2012. That's 13 years ago.
I'm into piano right now.
You're into
I mean, I
piano.
took a big step leaving deep house, Afro, you know. Like, no,
Yeah.
let me join Abu Kabza and see what's happening. It worked out.
It did.
Yeah, it
That's
worked out.
what I'm basho ukuthi like Amapiano includes it involves other genres as well. So ungaphuma deep house and still share piano.
You
Just
can even
lana.
move from
can
hip hop
move,
to
yeah.
Amapiano. I mean, check what Abu sees, what Young Stunna have done.
Is it a toxic?
So how do you basically feel about like people, like the fans that consume your music are always expecting a sense of creativity from you guys, that they even get mad when you guys jump onto other genres? Because you remember when Kelvin Momo dropped Isewe, a lot of people were just like, we do not understand the sound.
Nah.
However, that's come from a part of his creativity to just like bring out who Kelvin Momo is apart from Ipiano. You understand? So like, how do you feel about like fans like boxing you guys into like a one corner, so
one
that
chair.
when you put out new music, they do not appreciate it?
It's preference. I feel like it's preference. They felt you more when you're doing, let's say, hip hop.
Yes.
They loved you more there, but now they don't. They're your core fans. So now when you move on to another, you know, they create their own beef. Hip hop doesn't want to hear piano. Piano doesn't want to play one side. So like,
do you also think lama beef lao lama artists about beefy just
no,
about
it's not
the
the-
fans?
yeah, it's the fans that create everything. It's like, oh, dog, they'll protect you like as an artist, and another artist will protect their favorite artist. Like, okay, if you don't have go Visca, you know, so they do their own things there, and they feel like Visca no one by beef.
But that's why I shoot it. Fans are okay, they don't necessarily make artists, but us supporting them puts them in higher places.
True.
It does. When I was about beef very na anyone na pegana ka ya pa studio masen chaisa na la phaka phori.
Mina invite everybody studios have I because it's mina ngikhuluma nobani manje Visca mina hayi no.
So when I
Yeah.
lazy ama beef house again.
Sifuna imali guys, beefy. Sifuna one money.
Yeah.
Piano money. Yeah, one money too.
Okay, so let's talk. You moving into making your biggest project that launched you into the industry, so that these OGs can also recognize Visca. Ibastrata with Upori, ne? Did you? Okay. The reason I'm asking this question and I'm phrasing it like this is because a lot of people, as they're upcoming, they like using like ama artist amakulu as primary artists for their projects too. To be pushed about, because Visca I wanna now my number. So uzofika ne project ephelele kuMaphorisa and then just add igama lakhe to it.
Yeah.
Did you really jump into studio Nopori to cook this project, or you came there with the
Ama
finished
connections.
project and then you were just like, hey,
Now we're in
babe,
studio, guys. We're in studio.
for
We used to
real?
go to Center, you'll get ahead. We're in studio, legit in studio. Yeah, actually, that's when I first started working with Too Short and Stompi, because he's the one that called them and said, like, "Hey, Machita Vata studio." We were somewhere in Pretoria. Like, "Actually, let's go do studio after this."
Yeah.
So yeah, we really actually worked on it. We decided that day, actually, let's do a project together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the vision around that when as a Visca, and how did that conversation begin also? Because like you probably were not working with them before then. So before Uba Strata, like how did that conversation come about for you to jump with the Jensen studio?
It was through Pori, to be honest. It was through Pori. I've never met Too Short on the side because I don't groove. So aslangani maybe
Oh,
he's-
groovy. Mara groovy sabantu.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
So when
Okay.
uyavumelana nami ne ukuthi Pori is a cheat code.
cheat code.
Wayangishaya
Yeah,
ingoma
industry.
naye uyangena industry.
Cheat code.
That's
Cheat
what I
code.
said.
Like he knows a hit. He knows guaranteed for sure. And then I mean, take advice from the bro.
Yes.
You'll know why what's
Yeah.
happening.
He's been in the industry.
He
ne?
knows.
From
You'd
home.
ask yourself after that thing happens, like, how did he know?
Yeah.
I know he's
So
guaranteed
you,
for sure.
you jump into studio with Opori and then he calls all the other gents in.
Yeah, that's where we network and like, dog, hey, I also want you for my upcoming project. So, you know, I'm a producer, they're vocalist. So we work hand in hand. When he has a project, hey, Visca, I remember, yes,
Yeah.
come on, yeah.
So kahle le industry revolve around Pori. His name always comes up.
Well,
most
I think
close
he's a great connect.
He's
Like
a
he's a
music genius.
connection
Visca, do you
to.
agree which is the father of the piano industry? Who, to you, according to you, who's the...
He makes his
father.
research, bro. He makes his research. Like,
But
deep in-
what's
Answer
different
the
from you guys?
question.
Can't you just, like, as
no, I was
Visca,
answering.
like...
Oh.
Can't you as Visca just chill there, shy research, and then become the...
You were saying, please repeat that?
Can't you, as Visca, shy research, chill there by the studio, be like, okay, let me bring out some new talent there, shy my own money gang level.
Without him, without Maphorisa.
Yes, it's possible.
No, like when you were still upcoming, not now. Now, obviously, you've made big hits. I was Strata, Aungege. So, as you were upcoming, the question is why was doing the research and make.
That's not really my question. My question is, as people say, which is
He's the father.
He's the father.
father.
Can anyone be? Can't you yourself, as Visca, be their father?
You can have your own thing. You can. You just have to create your own following. Pori has his own following from way back. He tapped into so many genres so that
for him to
you
become
will
Lord
give
Pori.
him that respect and give him
No,
the,
full respect.
you understand? Yeah,
Like
you
if
will.
Visca the level,
It's not like it's not like it's impossible for Visca to become a Pori. It's possible, dog. Work your way out. Have your own formula also. Pori created his own formula and it's working for him.
Yeah.
And he's passing it down to us also.
Nah, clean.
Answered?
I know.
That's a question.
Yeah, so how has your sound like evolved from like then until now in terms of like what you want to put out? You understand? Because yes, wadlalile wonke la majandra lawa, ane? And that has gained you like major experience in terms of like cooking in studio and your level of creativity. So yeah, ki sound ikhule kanjani and kangakanani?
My way of doing it, I was doing more features instead of pushing the Visca brand alone. I was trying to network, build my force on the ground so that when I put out my music out there, people would also support that and also listen to that. Okay, now he's on his own. We've seen him. He supported Stunna. He supported, other collaborations.
So, Lento Lene Uti, when you drop your own project and you don't get the same numbers as you're used to getting number feature.
What a feature.
Has it ever happened to you?
Yeah, it does. It happened.
Even
it
now?
happened. Yeah, like, I mean, you as an artist, you also have to make your research. So can I do it on my own? As Upuru was asking, if can't there be another Pori walk to?
Yeah.
You understand? You can create that. So you also test. Uguti, can I also do it alone? Can I fly? Can I do it?
I am so actually.
So Ilona, with you having worked with like people on specific projects, to you dropping your project Uywan. Let's talk. I made it in 2023.
Yeah.
Like what were the biggest challenges or what holiday? Because also it's much more easier. I personally feel like it's much more easier if you have like structures in place, like around support structure. Maybe you kind of like have a Pori on this one, have this one money on this one, as compared to when you do your own shit alone. Like what were the challenges or what encounter Konara?
I didn't really come through with challenges, I just wanted to start with everyone because if you check, my album had squads.
Yes.
And by that time, squads, it had also Too Short to Stompy, had other upcoming artists. So
Yes.
I wanted to build with other people more than, okay, let me go hang with Pori again so that I can tap into that again, into the wave again. So it's like, let me start afresh. Let's find new talent. I mean, we have squads right now.
Yes.
We needed somebody to go identify squads, to bring them into the game. Let's go. You good, Hassan.
And that's the role that you guys played.
Yeah, and on that album, basically, it's like I made it not alone, but with everybody.
But with everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. And how was the reception from people when EP Uywane, I made it compared to Ibastrata, because that one was big, hey?
Yeah.
The reception.
Sorry to cut you. I made it. What inspires I made it? What does I made it mean to you? What's going on? What's the life?
My first album was EP was Through Thick and Thin. My first EP was Through Thick and Thin. So with all the experiences that happened 2022.
What are those experiences?
I was involved in a car accident going to a gig, so that had a huge, impact on my life. That set me back. I don't usually talk about it because something I never thought I would experience in my life. So I made it through all the difficulties, all the struggles, through thick and thin. I made it.
I act so.
Sure.
Damn, accident. Hey, sure, sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy, ne?
Aish.
So we keep it private, not just as Pella. This is the first time I
So
hear.
exclusive.
Phela
So we
wena
keep it private,
phela
then.
wena ngisho mamela piano ku TikTok.
What lesson do
He
you
listens to
learn
piano on
from-
TikTok and he thinks he listens to piano.
No, I show much cool accident. So it's not that public. Abantu abazi ngayo.
Oh, you mean the accident?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the EP. Kushing cheek.
Where? Can't you see you know?
Huh?
Okay.
I wanted to know what life lesson do you learn from that? Like, I mean, to tell us, okay, facing death is another one. Was it that hectic? You said you don't want to talk about it that deep.
Yeah, it was hectic. So, the lesson from there was, bro, life can shut down in a blink of an eye, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you never walking out, like leaving your house is dangerous. I'd say that.
Yes.
Just leaving your house is dangerous.
Yeah.
You'll never know what's going to happen out there.
That's real.
Yeah, that's true.
I shout out you here, man. No, I got the
Yeah, shout out to God, eh? Shout out to
Oh
God.
my God.
And you've managed to work like with a lot of heavyweights. When you get into studio with all of these people, like what brings in the chemistry for you to be able to say, we are making this kind of song and this is the kind of sound that we're chasing? What's the chemistry there?
With them, I learn a lot. With them, I'm there to learn. I know that there'll be a hit coming out from this studio session right now, but the most important thing is learning why is there fire in this studio session? Why can't we have that?
Yeah.
So why is Pori able to call too short just like that? Can't be too short, maybe I'm pendule, or I'm afraid of rejection or one so.
Yeah, yeah,
But with Pori, it's simple like that.
Yeah.
And with you, it's like, hey, I enjoy the studio session so that I can also understand what you learn a lot about people also within that space.
And then if like say you're in studio right now with these people, what business end of deals do you guys like get into? Because also we all know publicly that there was a whole chat and issue around the whole Bastrata thing. And
What was the chat?
there was
Where was I?
There was a whole thing going around Bari I don't know Upori Urope Bani. And it was
When?
I think a couple of years ago.
When
A
was
couple of
it?
years ago. Or maybe I'm just mixing up songs, ne?
Vitata.
Now go Visca with Visca.
Maybe I'm just
I'm
mixing
here,
up
we
songs.
tata.
There was a whole issue, guys. There was a whole story about around the whole
Which song?
Iwastrata thing. Yeah, well, that's why we need a fact checker. Because imagine we young checker lapho.
Okay, we will get you a fact checker.
Okay. Anyway, my question was, Oguti, like, how do you now? What's the whole process with Wena as Visca? Say manje push a project lako and you invite your Kosazana daughters, your Young Stunnas, to pull on to that project, including the upcoming boys. When you prefer working, you wanted then to work with people that were still upcoming so that you could show them onto the world. Like, how do you now maneuver the whole business end side of things when you are working with especially those upcomings? Because most of the time only when they realize that the song is actually big.
I think the communication is better when management deals with it. Because us, I won't answer you. I don't have the answers for you, but management would try to explain management through management. But if you come to me and say, Visca, where's my what? I can't
Okay,
answer.
mara ke nangu uskos maphuma umthole asese intwananyana yasevutha angana management. Say akana management. Nje just a rolling ustompi and uyambona ukuthi no uyashisa mele ngimphathi. How does the conversation
Akasnix masufuna ukumropa mas when was better than you ufuna ukumropa.
Another thing, like most of the time, like Tabanga way, asithi, you ask for a feature from Upori. Then he brings you. Yeah, what you feel is in work, then you
Yeah, obviously, because I asked for the
But
feature.
isn't that how it should be? Someone comes to your studio, Visca. I mean, we always have this talk about royalties not getting paid, wara wara. You are a producer. The artists come to your studio. You can't just like, okay, boys, you shot this number, I feel it. As in,
Why don't we have management then?
but
Why
it never
artists-
happens because we always...
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
But
Uthi-
ukhumbule, that person needs to protect you from such things. Ukuthi ungazobhayiza at all.
Yeah.
Why don't we have management? I won't have that conversation with you. Angazi
You're not
ukuthi
supposed to.
i2% yakho uyithole kanjani.
Yeah.
Angazi. ngiyokutshela ukuthi uyithole kanjani. I will lie to you. And when you 2% kanjani when I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
But isn't that the conversation you gotta have? Because you're the producer, the file is in your PC, you have the master.
Exactly.
If you're in the studio anyway. And then I come through, vocalist. Maybe there's 2 of us. I know it's supposed to be 50-50. You supposed to okay, gents, the song is done, we're releasing it. The management is gonna send you split sheets because it's coming from your side, right?
Yeah,
it's your master.
Side, yeah.
So you need to make sure with manager yako isend the chance. The paper.
Yeah, also the conversation is through them. Are you agreeing to what's written here?
Yeah.
Are you agreeing to what's written
so
here?
You're saying management?
It's management, bro. I can't tell you I'm finna 12 because of low. No. Management needs to do that.
But school fees. School fees. So at what point did you realize that you needed management? Because also most galela, like as an upcoming, you don't think about those things. Obviously, you are gonna need a team once super big. But at which career point in your life where you were just like, okay, manje, I'm a big shot and I need management?
From Ekasi, when you get all these radio interviews, you really see that uyamdinga umuntu ozokurepresent, umuntu ozokhulumela ebantwini. You get to a radio station, there's nobody attending, you don't even know where to go, but you actually need somebody that's going to represent you. When I got to Pori's camp, that's where I got to learn everything. You need management. There's a road manager, there's a photographer, you're a whole team. I'll velu start imoto hambe only because Freshmen said, hey, Zwakala. Now we won. Utini. No, but you see it happen.
You see it happen.
I mean, I saw Kabza. Kabza. Une management, une team, une photographer, une driver. So he's up to date.
You learn from that.
Yeah, you learn from that. You see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
What's your just maybe a young advice to a young kid in the hood? What's the ticks they should tick boxes? Hey, come through the English, they pindi.
No, what's
on a manager?
No.
What are the ticks?
On
a manager, like a template of a manager.
Can I please answer first one? Can I please say something first one? Like, as you so cool, like, as an upcoming, you, before someone else is a manager and etc., we'll just tell you to, okay, what's a feeling also, and by that time, let's say your music is not making.
It's not moving.
Then that's where you take your friend,
yes.
your manager.
I think we all know how it comes about.
Yeah.
It comes from second,
but that's why
because of trust and
that's
stuff.
why I'm asking at what career point, like in your career now, when you started feeling like, okay, now I'm big I'm too big to do this shit alone. I need someone to answer my calls. I need someone to take the bookings. I need someone to drive me.
Honestly, I grew up in Pori's camp. Like, everything of mine.
Oh, when you started happening.
I saw everything happen right here. Kabza's right here. Dali's right here. So you learn from all of that. Like, you can't miss it. You'll never miss it.
Poison, paint a picture of that situation. Kabza's right here. Dali's right here. What's going on?
How does it feel?
What's the vibe? What's the image?
Yo, bruh. I kind of go too because like, oh, this guy, I've always wanted to work with him. He's right here. Do I even go talk to him? Go pay me pipe. You can't. Before even say, in fact, this studio manager, do you like my work? So it's like, you need to blend in, understand people how they live, what's what, who ban, and so on. I figure, in fact, the studio Tyler, you just got here, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, and the music, like.
Yeah,
So, ACT, mind you, I was told and it's your first time being there. Do you ask to be on the song or you wait for them to call you out and say, okay, jump on the song?
Yeah, with manners, I think you have to apply manners, relax. Yeah, like, also have manners. Man. You just got to the studio, yeah, I want to jump in only because you see an opportunity to work with Dali.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn. If you have an idea, speak up and say, I think I have an idea. Can we try this?
Yeah.
And like, thinking that you know there's a problem. If you feel like you know,
So which artist apart from Upori and Kabza, which other artist like has challenged you the most, like to bring out like your best in studio? Because you know, like masenda like ikhona lo ibheka eyi1 asho ukuthi ayile yabona manje ishayile mangashaya kangcono mina.
I learned from a lot. I learn from all the artists that are producing right now. But I look up to a hip hop artist, like I do something else. But in terms of music, I learn from everybody. I listen to Kelvin Momo's album, what's he up to. I listen to Kabza, what's he up to. I join all these camps just to learn more music and understand what's new, what's happening out there.
So with these camps, ubizwa umuntu oyenza camp or like ngathi asithi wena ungamanzi so then you get an invite and ngiyacela nami ungangigaya ngavana wena
Relationships.
Relationships.
I was hoping the relationship.
They can't.
Who was the first big person to recognize you?
The person to recognize me.
Yeah, the first big artist to say, okay, now Visca, it's a boy.
It's the toy. Yeah,
King
King
Detoy.
Detoy, yeah.
Oh,
King
can
Detoy
you
was
tell us a
the
little
one.
more about that?
I met King Detoy in the Val through a brother of mine called Jabulani. You know, I used to, as I mentioned, I used to do deep house, Afro tech. So Detoy does that music. So I used to produce for him, give him songs, you know, just to get myself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's the one that got me to meet with Pori.
And then that's where your relationship grew with all the other people that you met along
Yeah,
the
in the
industry.
camp, yeah.
And then in terms of maintaining those relationships, what would you say is the most important factor in terms of collaboration and maintaining a relationship now? Because a lot of times I figured out in the industry now, it's always like favor for favor. Young Stunna. In all of these cases that I've been in, I mean, I for one, like I always give out favors to my friends when they host events.
Yeah.
And I also get like favors in return from them. And with the Amapiano space, I realize a lot of you guys are all, like our friends. No one can, you know. Well, put that aside, you know, no one can like what would you say for you is the most important factor in terms of like maintaining a relationship lao?
Workmanship, minispanisana, yes, collaborations, nizwane. As umfethu baka mention ngama split sheets, ngingacabaniswa yi split sheet. Let management. Yeah, let management deal with it. You focus on the work.
Yeah.
Focus on building more relationships. And Young Stunna, take the music higher. And like Manchester you cool with something else or discuss other things. But the relationship must be within music and growing the music inside.
So when it comes to relevancy, how do you make sure that you are always relevant?
Stick with the times, move with the times, see who's doing what, learn from everybody. As I said, when I listen to, when I go back to studio and trying to make something, I listen to Kabza, what's Kabza doing? I go reference what's Pori up to, what's Dabi up to, what's, you know, what's everybody
your
doing?
sound? Because everybody's got their sound. Now, then about JT, what did you bring in the market?
I don't know.
Your sound.
I don't know, because I try something new all the time. If you listen to all my songs, it's not, you can't say, hey, this guy's doing.
Yeah, it's not specific.
Yeah, I always try something new, trying to crack a sound.
Why do you feel like with the whole changing of sound every now and then, it's Jalapino?
I feel like it's good. We're still growing Amapiano at the end of the day. It's good.
Yeah.
We're growing it. We're taking it far. I mean, it's we had in Iskitongo. We had about JD. So yeah, so we're also growing it again. Like people are listening to more sounds of Amapiano still.
What's your favorite sound? Soulful or strata sound?
Hey, now I'm messing with Skitong. I don't even know what it is, but I'm messing with Skitong. I can't explain about that sound. I'm messing with Skitong.
No, Iskitong
you
and
just have to
Iskitong
tweak.
and Iskitong is at their siblings. But Iskitong was like
What's the difference?
louder. Iskitong was
I
like
can't even
louder.
explain.
And
They
it
tweak
has-
somewhere. They tweak somewhere. I don't know where, but
It's
it's
Kitong, but it's
just,
more, it's
but
more
you can
cuckoo.
tell.
It's more
It's
Izanke than
different.
Iskich.
Jalapino.
It's Chapino.
Jalapino.
It's Chapino and JD. No, but see, yes, they said, okay, apparently, they are saying,
JD.
yeah, apparently, JD is, apparently, Chapino is a subgenre of JD. Mixed with this Skija.
Where?
Mexican.
Mexican cheating though.
Yeah, Mexican.
What something?
Brazilian. Come on, guys.
Pounds.
No, I think when someone fuses a sound in studio that's never been heard
We're
before,
all trying to
they
crack.
put a title on it so that Bazo Waziwanga something now, like something that's more like a legacy. You understand? Because with private school, you can the first person you think of is Kelvin Momo, even though maybe that sound was already way there before he actually became the Calvin Momo. So if someone now comes up with something that's really different, they just want to attach a name to it so that they can have this legacy to push. I came up with this because TRP is well known for is Gija. Well, it's more of a it's not really a genre, but it's more of a sound. I would call it like it's more of a sound.
What's your
really.
favorite?
My favorite. I'm listening to Skidongo right now.
Skidongo.
Yeah, I'm stuck on that right now. I'm
Who
trying
came with Skidongo?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be a huge debate. I don't know.
And there's also like a really big conflict around that issue, like on TikTok and Twitter. Gucci, who started this? Who started that? Some people say Melo and Sleazy started this Skidongo. Some people are saying Uvaigro is like the kid that made Isgija, sound more cleaner, especially when he featured on album Disciples of Piano Volume 2. I think he's on there as well.
Yeah.
So I think when he came with that, when he figured that heavy bass Guma piano, it started like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And then also Abum Duge, they came in now popularizing the sound. Maramanja, the sound keeps on evolving, and now people are branching out with their own specific,
You need
genres.
to write a book.
I'm not sure.
But
It's Gija.
who's your top 5 goals when it comes to production?
What do you think about Mozambique?
Mozambique. It's also genre, ne? Yeah. Ask me a question. What do I think? What do you want to know about it inside?
Like, would you give it a try in the future? Or
Okay, I never really tried producing that type of music. Actually, I didn't think it would. No, not reach those heights, but it would get to me like how Skidong is getting to me. Like I'm interested. I wanna hear this thing out.
What's Mozambique?
Mozambique, listen to Zen Noma 10. Zen 10. Listen to their songs like from 20. I forgot the year, but then Mozambique before they started adapting to these other genres.
Alright.
So they also make Amapiano, right?
Yeah, man, I'm sure.
Their sound is more commercial.
Yeah, man.
I
Okay.
don't really have insight with Mozambique, no lie.
But when they don't know it, like
That's what I'm saying. Piano, like me, I just like piano is piano, guys. Stick to one piano. There's
Piano's piano.
Yeah.
It's just that we're trying to put a title to it and say I'm claiming the sound. Hence, when I said
copyright,
all of my songs are different, it's not that I'm trying to say I created what. No, I'm just trying to crack new sounds.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to crack a new name for the sound.
sound.
Yeah, I'm trying to crack new music and not say I wanna crack this because of.
So Ilona, njengoba wena signed with NMG, what's the kind of deal that you've signed? Is it
I think the contract says private and confidential. Yeah,
no, you know why I'm asking.
I think
you know why I'm asking because I think I want to direct the conversation to so also khanyisela nabanye who are watching at home. Ukuthi like how what best, okay, because also what works for you might not work for the next upcoming person or for the next person. Like what's your deal with them in terms of like, do they just push your music or your bookings, or is it a 360, and how would you maybe advise them, especially because the stories going around of all my labels robbing their artists or not taking proper care of their artists?
I feel
like what would you advise them? That's where I'm driving the conversation. But now I just want him to shed some light on kuthi namakangena ra ungene abheke maphi amakona.
I think management becomes transparent if you ask. most artists don't ask about their stuff. It's actually, I've been working here, what's happening? You never ask. And then when isn't the go south, you want to know, because now there's a third person in your ear saying, hey, man, when I want to drive PM, can't you understand? Because now we don't asamba my workshop. There's workshops, there's workshop, there's YouTube. You learn everything there. You understand, even if they don't give you 100%, but you have insight of isplichis ispana kanjani, 360 contract ispana kanjani, in ispana kanjani. It's just us. We don't ask questions to say, since ngispanile ni push ingoma yami kanje, did you push that? Did you do that for me? We never ask. You expect it to happen, but sometimes I feel like you also need to work for your brand and say, hey, I want to move this way. Don't clone this for me, but I want to move this way. Do that for me.
Did you pay school fees? Because apparently school fees is something that everyone has to pay. Yeah, okay. So in layman's terms, in simpler terms, there's gunalamelu rochwe corner for you to start eating. In simple.
I don't think guys it's the case.
Not with every artist really, because personally I feel some artists like came up so nice and easy, like Majesties. Guys in Majesties, they were never upcoming, they just rocked up in the industry and they were there. And they started making music. So
yeah,
like
I know the guys. Yeah, I'm fair to yeah.
You know, so other people can tell a story of struggle.
Good question.
Mina, I gigged. Gige mahala, bang ropile, there's no proof of struggle anyway. They just showed up. You know. So when did you like pay school fees where you were just like, hey, yeah, it's okay. It's part of the process. Yeah.
I wish it mina ngine mahala.
Ha!
This is where I learned everything, Joe. To new mannequin did the things. I learned a lot from that. So it's your talent also speaks for you, bro. Like when we are shy, you need to work now, show talent. Now umuntu imameli sound yak will know, no, I'm not wasting my money here. So you now you don't need school fees when I'm giving you a bazaar.
Yeah, that means he had a nice come up. You had a nice come up, bro.
But
like
we all have a story. We can't always come to podcasts and talk about how
yeah, no, that's why I'm talking about like the business side of the music. Because when did you like pay school fees in terms of you getting into the industry and having to like mwapa straws and you know?
We have to struggle. We all went through the struggle of not getting paid at a certain gig. Not
a fake POP.
You understand? Yeah. Next week. We all come across that. Like, it's still happening till this day. It's still happening.
Would you recommend like an upcoming artist to sign with major music groups, music companies?
Yeah, I would advise sometimes you should actually sometimes take a risk and learn new things and let people handle. You know, sometimes people must be led. Like, take it easy, be led and fair too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be led to guy one so that you can also gain the experience and be the leader to other kids. So when you don't want to be led by somebody else. That's the thing. You learn from that. Be led. Because
my chat was, it's not always the story where artists get dropped. It's just that we don't hear the other side of other artists actually making money. And there's a lot of artists that actually make money.
That's why I'm saying, kuna artists afika nje sewa big na go industry.
Afika nje. My information afana.
Yeah.
It's just that there's no bad PR.
Yeah.
Someone would say Zingumalo is just soft. But Zingumalo in studio, she was cooking every day.
She has her own struggles.
Yeah.
But you don't hear because she just came in, you saw her at the top level. So I'm just saying, like, it's not always just robbery and stuff. But
because there's no evidence of them coming up as
yeah, they were just there featuring big names out of the blue. We understand. So I don't know, maybe it's I don't know, it's a privilege. Nyana Yobuchi's boy. Fede, I doubt that he comes from that. But no, but I honestly think he was blessed enough to be able to at least in
But Visca should answer this question.
Ibe fast tracked.
Because you are a good artist. Some artists come like soft. Does it mean that they are soft, or just people assume that they are soft?
But your talent speaks for you. Your
Yeah.
work speaks for you. You can't go out and say we're not good and then I'm going to invest in something that's not profitable for me. You
Yeah.
understand? So if I see that you got the talent,
Yes.
I will also put my energy to that.
She's boy or
So
not.
man, just khuluma ngawo investment ne. Like asithi ufika let's for example, let's go say you go to Sony or Virgin Music or whatever. Then wafika laphaya then how does it come about ukuthi ba invest in your things?
I don't know because I'm not a solo artist. Like I'm signed, so I go through management. I don't know.
So you've
what
never reached that process.
no.
Yeah, but I don't think also anyone just ever goes to Virgin Music and say, "Hi
Who
guys,
opens the doors for
this
you
is
there and
me."
say,
Hey,
"Come in"?
hey, mama. it's. I think it's a long way up there, but there's quite a lot of conversations around the music groups and the distributions,
Because man,
and
asithi they invested in you, then your music is not selling anymore. So much they take everything that's yours.
brother, these people
Depends on the
invest.
contract also. Boss. They can't just take everything. So when I went in lab, what didn't you deliver?
That's why Mati, it's important to read contracts.
We don't read. That's the thing. We don't.
Yeah.
There's a clause in there that clearly states which 1, 2, 3. That's why now you are so much what you need them.
I get it. Also, they come with the big English to confuse you because when you just know from TikTok,
Get
they come with
assistance.
get management to help
Get
you.
assistance.
You understand? And if there was like this, if there's a lot of Amapiano songs that you probably consume on the daily basis. What's that one song that you heard one day, and you were like, yo, I wish I had my name on this song, or I wish
Wait.
Mention 3 over here.
yeah, maybe 3 songs. Yeah, maybe 3. Ngoba mangithi one. Mangithi one. What's that one song you just wish had your name on
Okay,
it?
current favorite, which I'd put number 1 is Okok by Calvin Momo.
By Calvin Momo.
That's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And then number 2, yo, Kabza, what's that song? It's on that Amazwi.
Amazwi.
With Mahu.
Yeah, dope track.
Third one, is it Amapiano Pela, right?
Yes, Amapiano.
Which one? Yo. Trick.
Ziningi.
As I mentioned, I listen to all these songs to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. What's number 3, Vela? Yo. I'd say Nigga, Tyler.
Oh, that's a clap banger. That's a clap banger.
I'd say
However, guys, I wonder if there's one thing the only thing that's disappointing me about that song is the music video. I want us to get into the conversation of a music video. Imnigi. Tyler, it was one of the biggest songs, and for it being the biggest song, one of the biggest songs in the Amapiano space for 2023 leading up until 2024, the music video was, guys, they literally went to a game shop outside and literally did nothing there in that Crescid. Like, what do you think this industry needs for a music video? Because as far as I'm concerned, I think the only person in the Amapiano space who actually takes consideration into the art of storytelling when it comes to a music video is Amos. And the rest are just... Also, I feel like Izolo had a great music video. But every other song on Amapiano just lacks the art of storytelling. And that's why we don't even watch about MTV anymore, Nabo Channel O. Yeah. Because all of those just suck. Where do you think they miss it?
I feel like we just got introduced into that visualizer thing. Short out. TikTok per 1 minute out. So we no longer want to be glued to that 5-minute thing.
So as was a professional,
Budget, guys.
Oh,
What's the
budget.
budget?
meh.
What's the budget?
Music
Actually.
video, please.
Actually.
Come on. 200K music video. Standard. What's your favorite video in SA?
My favorite music video in SA.
Amapiano.
Amapiano, Izolo.
Izolo.
Izolo and
What's-
Izenzo. Izolo and Izenzo are my two.
Great storytelling with the whole.
Yeah, like with the
Visca?
yo.
Izolo, bro.
Izolo, one of the
Izolo.
best.
Mine is different. Biri Maru. I just like the vibe.
Ah, you man.
That's why.
I can argue with you, Porike, if you can see from the budget, which the pros are suited up.
Yeah,
And
yeah, Izolo. Oh, it
that
was
thing
too.
Is not
Oh,
2000, okay?
it was. Even Amos. Shout out to Amos because he also like he
Records
cooks.
pays 200K for his music
He
video,
cooks.
for his music videos, and you can tell what's going on.
So
it's
are
all in
we?
there.
Are we looking for? Must we look forward to getting maybe a nice young visualizer for Ngizojabula that you have with Uzinhle, which is currently
Yeah,
almost topping the charts.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming, all right. Yeah. Yeah, we just dropped with Tyler.
No, like upcoming.
Upcoming. Yeah, I've got something in the vault. So, every year, it's just last year I didn't drop an EP/album. Yeah, but this year I'm cooking up something.
And then with the song that you have with Uzinhle right now, did you like anticipate that it would be so big? Because also, it sounds like an interpolation or a sample of a beat that's already existing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I actually like that touch because you guys keep on reminding us of good music.
Sweet
You
memories.
understand?
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know, like, what's the whole conversation around that, and what can we look forward to seeing from you in terms of interpolation, sampling, piano
It's pushing from Izolo also.
from Izolo all the way. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
No, let him talk.
No, we're dropping the visualizer soon. And there's more content pieces coming out from the Ngizojabula project. Yeah. So there's more visuals coming.
Speaking about that, did you leak the song? Because that song was out since last year. What happened?
That's a answer I can't.
Hey,
Like I was shocked because I was supposed to drop that song December.
yeah. I
Not
started
even
hearing
December,
it in
October, November, yes. But December, people were rocking to that song. Like, oh,
I was listening to that song last year. I'm like,
Hey.
Z, come through. So
bro.
how does it go around that? How does the music get off your PC to...
when you share an exclusive to your fellow colleague, go test this out, he might give it to the next person. But that's how they get, that's how they get leaked. Because it sounds different from what I dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds even more mustard and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? The whole leaking...
It's good, it's not good.
Yeah?
Yeah, for upcoming, it could be good. But for people that are signed, it's not good. I mean, where are you taking the business? Why are you leaking stuff out? Why are you giving away your bread?
Also, what's the conversation with Sony? You chilling there like, you just leaked... Do they come to you like, hey, my brother, what's going on? Why is the
Also,
biggest
they
song?
know. They already know, man. They already know. There's people
Also,
that would
someone
leak.
inside is leaking.
They see all these pages.
Yeah.
You all see them.
Nah.
You never drop a song, but it's online.
So you say you
cool.
dropped something recently with Tyler.
Yeah.
You dropped a
EP.
Yes.
My joint EP.
And a joint EP. No, I haven't listened. I don't want to lie.
Please go listen to
Yes,
that.
I
Please go.
No, I was listening to Ngizojabula because it's a song I've always known and I love it. I listen to it every day. Like
Shout out.
every
Is it not on
day.
the EP?
It's always on. It is on the EP.
Ngizojabula. No, it's
No,
not
it's
on
not.
the EP. No.
It's not.
Oh, so
But I listened to that song. You guys know.
Yeah, I know you created the EP and etc. But what's your favorite song in the EP?
Awungeke.
But don't tell about
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Too Short was going in heavy there on that one. It's like
Yeah.
I'm fit to Tyler, I'm fit to Visca, awungeke. It's like it's been a while since I've been in studio with Tyler and Too Short. So when he had, it's like ngizothi deja vu type vibe. Ngibuyele emuva. Umfethu is in studio with Oh, okay. Yeah. You guys are pulling out gangs. What's happening?
I'm a gang sign.
Yeah, so Tyler was with Too Short. He had a camp, so that's when we started all the music there and everything.
Yeah.
Choosing what to take out, what to do.
Yeah. Top 5 vocalists?
Vocals.
Yeah, vocalists.
Top 5 vocalists for Wayne currently.
Currently Amapiano.
Yes.
We all Amapiano.
Yeah.
Top 5, you. Because you.
Yeah, in any order.
Okay, in any order. Okay, ngizocala nge-favorite. My favorite uShasha. Start with Shasha. Zinhle. Dali.
Okay.
Stunna.
Okay.
Uwe.
I think you have a solid army. The last one?
My boy, Mr. Nation Things.
Shout out to Mr. Nation
Yeah.
Things.
Too much.
Shout out to
can I
Mr.
forget?
Nation Things. Yeah, just a very quick game. It's called. No, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out. So this one is called One Must Go.
You.
It's not personal. Guys, disclaimer, this is not personal. It's not an attack to anyone in the industry.
Please.
It is just a game.
I love everybody.
Yes. We love everybody at Freshman Magazine, please. First things first. Dali or Setril? One must go. Remember, one must go.
Cool. Okay. Oh. Okay, Trill must go.
Okay. Scott and Lumek.
Scott must go.
Tyler and Bori.
What are you saying?
Tyler ICU.
Oh.
And Paul.
Obvious the father.
The father must go.
One
I'm
must
going with the
go.
father. Poor.
One must go.
I'm going with Gusala. Gusala.
Okay.
Gusala
Okay.
forward.
Okay, now we're taking it way back. Jesuit Disciples or MFR Souls?
MFR.
Fantastic. Ooh, okay, that one. Okay, Nia Pearl Babalwa M.
Oh. Babal.
All right. Last but
She
not
must go.
least,
Stay.
Nia Pearl is staying with you.
Yes.
Okay. Last but not least, Too Short to EQ.
I love you guys. Nice. No hate, no beef. Ovi. Pasarita. Must stay with me. Too short is staying with me.
Too short.
Pasarita is staying with me. I'm going with Pasarita.
Ah, nice one.
Ikunchaka Shari.
Nice
This is
one.
my boy.
Who are you looking forward to working with this year?
This year. Actually, I want to go back.
That one artist you haven't
Or never worked with. No. One. Didn't I work with? Hey, Mona.
Hey, he's worked with heavyweights, not.
Who?
No.
Oh,
He's
nice.
worked with Mahu.
Who? Maybe if you call out names, I'll think of something. Who?
Hey, but like that one, like because also we currently like we have a lot of artists that have never jumped onto Amapiano. Maybe the likes of Aboshakai now, Ladies Ama, like these vocalists and these producers and stuff. Like who's that one person that should be like I would not to jump into studio now.
Any genre.
Nah, but now I'd love to jump into studio with who's this? Azania.
Azana. Oh, she sounds amazing.
Yeah.
She sounds amazing. Now, before we wrap this conversation up, thank you so much for joining us. Any last words for anyone chilling at home? Any last words for
Check out
anyone?
my EP. That motivation. Motivator, please. Stay away from drugs.
Stay in school.
Consistency. Stay at school. Obvious. You all
Yeah, no. Any last words for people that are watching?
There's new music coming out. Hopefully an album. I just pray it comes out the way I want it to come. All the collaborations must be in check line. Oh yeah, but there's new music coming out this year.
Oh, that's amazing, Mafet. That is it from us. We had Visca coming through with all the juice on the FreshPod. Come on, I'm getting Pindi Black, your host with the most classical international dreams. You know how we always do it. Bigger, better, fresh, and always on point. Maji. We are out of here. We will see you next week, same time, same place to do it bigger and better.
Bye.